Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? When we were trying to get this podcast off the ground, we had so many questions. How do we record an episode? Where do we find background music? How do we get our show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all the other places that people like to listen? And where do we find advertisers? The answer to every one of these questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, distributing, and monetizing your podcast. And best of all, it's 100% free and 100% ridiculously easy to use. Anchor makes it simple to get up and running. You can upload and schedule your podcast ahead of time. It publishes to all the major podcast platforms. You can easily check your stats. I could go on, but instead, why don't you go and get started? Go to anchor.fm/start to join the e-commerce minute and a diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start. We can't wait to hear your podcast.
It's the e-commerce minute, your daily dose of e-commerce, tech, and retail news with your hosts, Bart Mraz and John Suter. The e-commerce minute is a production of Sumo Heavy, a digital commerce consulting firm in Brooklyn, New York, and Philadelphia. Find us on the web at sumoheavy.com. This episode is brought to you by SendPro Online from Pitney Bowes. Save time and money no matter what you ship or mail with SendPro Online software. Print shipping labels and stamps right from your desk and access discounted rates for as low as $4.99 a month. Try it free for 30 days and get a free 10-pound scale when you visit pb.com/minute. That's pb.com/minute. Experience the better way to ship with a free trial of SendPro Online from Pitney Bowes. It's e-commerce minute episode 476.
In today's episode, Amazon Alexa launches HIPAA-Compliant skills.
Amazon is launching HIPAA-compliant healthcare skills for its Alexa smart speakers. Coming off successful testing at Cedars-Sinai Hospital and more than 100 patient rooms, the voice-enabled assistant will now allow developers to create their own HIPAA-compliant apps. And if you don't know what HIPAA is, that's the acronym for the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act of 1996. And if anyone was involved in any kind of data or development back then, you made a lot of money helping people implement this stuff. It was implemented to protect patient privacy and health information, as well as place stringent regulations on healthcare providers for safeguarded, personally identified data. Now, such apps might allow patients to book appointments, check on the statuses of prescription deliveries, identify wait times at emergency rooms, and access some limited healthcare information. Currently, Amazon has launched 6 skills along with companies such as Cigna, Atrium Health, and Express Scripts. It is opening up the development on an invitation-only basis in the U.S., but expects to add more widespread opportunities in the future. One of the skills Amazon has unveiled is from Ongo, which lets users store and track blood sugar readings. Boston Hospital's Alexa skill will allow patients to get updates from its Enhanced Recovery After Surgery program. And another Amazon skill is with Atrium Health. This skill allows users to locate their closest emergency care department in addition to allowing consumers to reserve a spot at an urgent care location. You can prompt the skill by saying, "Alexa, open Atrium Health," and Alexa will take the user through the steps of reserving a spot at one of 31 Atrium Health urgent care locations. It's a growing market. John Halamka at Beth Israel in Boston told Healthcare IT News that he expects ambient listening tools will probably replace mobile devices in healthcare. Makes sense.
John, what was the thing you have to say? Just don't say it that loud. But
Lady in the Tube open Atrium Health. And then
because you're going to remember
that. Well, if you're an Atrium Health consumer, I don't know what that is. It's probably a local health insurance.
Yeah, but that's like, wouldn't it be like, Alexa, make a reservation? Like, I think that brand thing is kind of weird, right?
Well, yeah, that's what it is. It's brand specific for healthcare. And I'm sure it has to be that way for some of the privacy aspects of it. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, but I think you can put your details into it, right? So you could just say, Alexa, make an appointment or something like that.
I think that's skill.
Yeah, I mean, I would. To me, it just, I don't know. I like where they're going with this.
I think, well, you have to look at the broader application, not just the appointment thing. It's also, okay, so my girlfriend works as an eye doctor, and she's a scribe. She basically shadows the doctor all day long, writing down what the doctor says. If there was a way to implement voice applications that were accurate, well, she'd lose her job, but I didn't like that job anyway. But no, but seriously, that would basically save money and maybe be a little bit more accurate than having a scribe follow you and possibly mistranslate some things. But again, there are pitfalls with voice applications as well, being misunderstood. So we always say that this stuff all has a long way to go. But I see a lot of useful things here. I'm kind of on the other side of the fence from you. I like this. Oh,
I like this too. I just find it different. listen, nothing against a girlfriend, but like she's gonna lose her job because these things are coming up, and doctors have been doing the transcription stuff through a phone for a long time now too. They, what is it called, the service, right?
Yeah, she actually does it on a tablet now. She used to have to use pencil and paper back in the olden days, but now she's on a tablet, just checking things off.
Right. But doctors just they are still using, like, they call a service that records them and then somebody transcribes it.
Yeah.
It's going to be so much faster, where it's like these devices are just going to be, or these specific devices are just going to be in each doctor's room, and they're like, yeah, just blah, 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 order these, and done, and it just all does.
But there's other applications. For instance, there's one, Omron Healthcare. They have blood pressure monitors that integrate with Alexa. So when you check your blood pressure, I'm assuming the stats are uploaded, and then you could ask the lady in the tube about your latest blood pressure results and set reminders for readings and do things like that, because people with the high blood pressure have to constantly monitor all that stuff. I think it's the same thing with blood sugar. You could probably do something where you do your blood sugar test, and then you'd set up a skill that says, Alexa, remind me, what's my blood sugar now? And then when is my next blood sugar reading? And you may think that's like a simple thing, but when people get older and they get a little more forgetful and they need a little bit more insistence, it could definitely be useful in a very healthy sort of way.
And overall, any tech that goes after, any consumer tech that's going after the health side is bound to be really, really, well set up for, any one of these things, between, Alexa skills or phone or AR, VR, any one of those things. I think when people are going after the health stuff, that's a biggie.
Yeah, because health, that's, what do we always say? If you want to start a business, do something in health, something with old people, and something with pets. You'll always be.
I mean, you kind of want to, from basics to like reminders to take your pills, right? To checking up on your grandma or your parents or any one of those things, right?
Yeah, and I think that's why some of the things like FaceTime and things like that have really been helpful. Or, if you have parents that are aging and they're far away, it's, you can see them, you can talk to them, you can kind of be in the room with them, whereas sometimes a phone call is just a little ambiguous. It's like, is mom okay? I don't know. I'd have to go by the tone of her voice. Can't really tell.
Right.
So a lot of this technology is going to help in the medical field. All right, stat time. According to Accenture, when combined, key clinical health AI applications can potentially create $150 billion in annual savings for the U.S. healthcare economy by 2026. So see, people are already kind of crunching the numbers and saying how this AI stuff is really going to eventually save money. Now, people will lose their jobs, or they'll just be shifted somewhere else. And that's just kind of how the job market's going this way anyway. So, and growth is quickly occurring as the number of healthcare-focused AI deals went up from less than 20 in 2012 to nearly 70 by mid-2016. And obviously that is growing. Pretty interesting stuff. You want to tell us about today's sponsor, Bart?
Stop wasting time in line to send mail and packages. Avoid all confusion trying to find the best postal rates for your business. With Simple Online for Pitney Bowes, you can send packages and mail without leaving your office, right from your desk, as low as $4.99 a month. I wish that people just deliver my stuff to my desk, not just me sending it. But you save time and money no matter what you send, from letters to packages to overnights. Starting only at $4.99 a month, you can print shipping labels and stamps right from your printer. Easily compare rates using the online software. Gain access to special USPS savings for letters and priority mail shipping. Plus, track all your shipments and get email notifications when they arrive. And for being an e-commerce minute listener, you will receive free 30-day trial to get started. As an added bonus, you also receive free 10-pound scale shipped right to your door to help you accurately weigh your packages. Go to pb.com/minute to access this special offer and get free 30-day trial plus a free 10-pound scale to get started. That's pb.com/minute. Experience the better way to ship with free trial of Simple Online from Pitney Bowes.
Excellent, sir. Any closing thoughts?
This is going to be a big market, sir.
Yeah, I mean, Amazon is already making big moves in the healthcare field. They did the pill pack thing for $750 million. That, I believe, is just now coming online for all your Amazon pill needs. And their AWS unit launched a tool called Amazon Comprehend Medical. It's a machine learning tool that can coordinate information from doctors' notes and patient health records. See, it's all coming together.
Fancy.
Fancy. All right, that's your e-commerce minute for today. We will see you on the internet tomorrow. That's it for today's show. If you like the show, do us a favor and subscribe or leave us a review on iTunes. And don't forget, you can now listen to the e-commerce minute on your Amazon device. Just add e-commerce minute to your flash briefing. And finally, if you have a comment or suggestion or just want to say hi, find us on social media at Sumo Heavy.